Conference will now be recorded.
Hey everyone, welcome to the weekly watch list, and jumping right into it, and let's look at SPY. So let me grab these trend here. So we had that rising wedge. We broke down it, consolidated it. Now we're coming back and testing that resistance there on that rising wedge. If we could get above it, we can push higher to 300, 301.75, and 305. If we get rejected and we can't get above it, then and we lose 297, then we should come back down here to 294.50 and test this 50-day again and see if we hold that. And if not, we break back down into this consolidation area and head to 285. So if we can break this above, then we should be going to 300, 301, and possibly 305 as we get back into this rising wedge pattern and try to break it out to the upside, since we failed to break it to the downside. So we shall see if we can do that, or if this is just going to reject here and push us back down. All right, so that was SPY. Here's ES. And ES is firing off a squeeze to the upside, and we're holding this uptrend. We are slowly grinding higher. If we are able to hold above this level here, we should be able to push to 2993 and then 3000. If we lose this level and we drop, we're going to test this level. And if we lose this level, then we're going to come back down to 2950. But if we hold these levels, then we're still bullish and we're going to push on up to 3000. All right. NQ. Consolidating in between these two levels here. If we can break above this level, then we'll go to 79.10, then 79.40. If we break this level at 78.54, then we are going to come drop down and test 7,800 and then possibly 77.50. So those are levels to watch: 7,884 and 7,854. So in between that range, we're just chopping around. Above that range, we're bullish to these levels, and below that, we're bearish to 7,800 and then 77.50. All right. And then go to the Qs. Qs, same consolidation as the NQ, NASDAQ, as they're the same. If it could get above this consolidation, we should hit 193.55, 195. If we lose this 191, then we'll be going back down to 190 and 189 area. We do have a squeeze forming, so we'll see which way it decides to fire. And let's see, GLD. GLD has this really nice uptrend. We did break that uptrend Friday, but we have very, very strong support at this 141 area. So that's my target, 141. And if we could hold it, consolidate, we could still push higher. If it loses that 141, then we'll be coming down to 138 and then coming down here to 135 to back test this breakout here. And that should be very good support and should at least offer some type of bounce there if it doesn't hold. but it should. If we uptrend and reclaim 144, then we'll be bullish to 148. GLD. Let's take a look at oil, crude oil. So over the larger time frame, crude oil is forming this symmetrical triangle inside an even larger symmetrical triangle. So we're in a symmetrical triangle with a symmetrical triangle inside of it. So if we break up, we can come up to 65, 66 area and catch that resistance before coming back down. Or if we break down, we could come down to 49 area, 50 before coming back up. On the daily, we are to this upper end of the resistance here on oil. This can come to this 100-day moving average here and then test that and then come back in. Or we could break out. We do have a nice squeeze on the daily. So if we break out, then we'll be going to the 60s and higher on oil. So if you want to play oil, Valero is the one to do. And we could see here that it's been pushing up and it should be going to the 80s. Should be going to 79.50 and then 80.50, and then it should catch some resistance there. But we got some good buy volume, above average buy volume, and it's pushing up nicely. That's with Valero. Go look at Shop. Shop has this long-term uptrend here. Very nice long-term uptrend, kind of mimicking the 50-day moving average. We also have this intermediate uptrend, and that had broke. And we have this support here that's been holding, but it just broke on Friday. So if we break this low here at 371, then we should be coming down here to 347.60, which is the 50-day moving average and the uptrend. And we should test that, hold it, and then be bullish from there. As of right now, it looks like Shop is going to consolidate and possibly move lower and probably test that uptrend and then push up from there. If we can reclaim 386, this could still be bullish to 426. If it can't and it loses that 371, it should be going to 347.70 to test that 50-day. And that's where I would be a buyer there for a longer term push. All right, Lululemon. So Lululemon had great earnings and it's just been shooting off on above average volume. And I don't think this one's going to stop. I think it's going to continue higher to 215 in the next week or so. And it has a lot of volume, squeeze firing off. I think this one's going to keep running, and throughout the year, I think that going to continue to run higher and higher to 215, 230, and even higher. Has a squeeze on the wheel that hasn't even fired off, and I think that it will fire off soon, as we have high volume here, pushed up higher, another high volume here, pushed up higher, and then we have a high volume here, essentially going to push up higher. So Lululemon, very, very good long-term trade. I'd be purchasing that for a long, nice push towards 300. All right, let's go to HD. So HD is in this long-term bullish channel, very high volume coming in, and it's trying to break out of this bullish channel. It has its head poking out, and it's above this bull flag. And if it continues, if it pushes on here with some good volume, we should see 332.88 and then 337, 339, possibly 240 area. And that'd be a nice push for Home Depot. So watch that 240 area, 237 area for the next week or so. All right. As long as uptrend holds that support, we should be good. Okay. UNH. UNH has this long-term downtrend. We can see every time it drops, it pops, drops, it pops, drops, it pops. Okay, and we have dropped. We haven't got a pop yet, but it's looking like we're about to. So we've been basing right here, and if we break this downtrend, and hold this uptrend, we should pop up and head to 238 and possibly 248.50. So something to watch this week. UNH. Okay, UNH. Costco. Costco got this long-term uptrend, and we broke out above this bullish channel and above this breakout. So we should be going to 307 and then 316.80 next, and possibly higher to 320, 325, and 330 in the next few weeks. All right. Shop QQQs. All right, guys. I hope that you guys keep those in mind and watch them this coming week into next week. On Thursday, we have CPI numbers, we have federal budget, and we have unemployment or jobless claims on Thursday at the open. So Thursday this week, keep in mind of those things. We do have some other economic data coming out through the week, but the major things I believe are coming out on Thursday. So Thursday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, that's when those numbers are coming out, and I'm sure they're going to affect the market on Thursday. So be careful with some chop during the week. We might get some chop, some no movement until Thursday, and see how it goes. Until then, watch these that I'm letting you know they're good quality stocks, and let's make some money this week.